All right, so I wanted to show off the rock moon kick to get the top of Aztec to get the rainbow coin there. So you're going to start by jumping over from Cave's Lobby here. You'll have just performed ledge clip, and you're going to line up with this rock, right? This is the rock we're going to do our little moon kick off of in order to get to the top of that building just in the distance. And so the way I like to do it is just if you run straight into this rock so that you're right in the middle of it, you hold Z and you hold R. When you turn while holding R and holding Z, you won't move around, but your camera will follow the direction you're facing for the most part. Sometimes it gets a little stuck. But so you'll notice like it follows me to the left here, it follows me to the right. So this is just holding R while holding Z so I can turn around and just move the camera without moving Donkey Kong. So the spot that you want the camera lined up is right here. You want the top left of that door to be lined up with the angled wall on the mountain. And then you're going to let go of Z, let go of R, and you're going to jump and pull back while you're in the air. And that's important. You don't want to just pull back while you're standing on the ground because it's going to mess with your camera. So you're going to want to line your camera up, and then you're going to jump and pull back in the air. And the spot that I'm looking at, you can see right under DK's left hand, there's a little dark patch. What you want to do is get DK's hand to cover that dark patch, just like this. Then you're going to turn around, and you should notice that the tip of DK's hair is lined up right inside of that black line going up and down on the rock. Right there, and you notice that DK is pretty well centered within the rock. Then what you want to do is you're going to have to jump aerial attack while moving backwards, so holding up. So you're going to be holding up and jumping and and punching. And that punch is what gives us the reduced gravity for our moon kick. So we have to interrupt that punch with a kick. And in order to do that, we have to land on the rock at just the right height and just the right time within our punching animation. So in order to do that, there's a couple of things we're going to control and make more consistent so that we can get this ledge kick more consistently. The first is, we'll notice that if we press A, we get this little short jump from Donkey Kong. If we hold A, we get this high jump that goes all the way up to the top of the rock. So if we're just tapping A, it depends on how long we tap A, we might get different heights of jumps. So in order to make it more consistent, hold down A, and you notice you can hold A and still press B, so you don't even have to let go of A, to be honest. So you don't even have to let go of A to do the kick. So you can just hold A and then do the punch. And the spot you want to do the punch at is just after Donkey Kong's feet crosses that horizontal line in the rock that's right above DK's head right now. So you see right as his feet go back below it. So you're going to go above, drop down, and punch. Above, drop down, and punch. Above, drop down, and punch. And in order to get onto the rock, because right now we're just jumping in place, so this doesn't do us much, right? In order to get onto the rock, we're gonna have to start holding up at some point. That spot we want to hold up at is right as we start losing height from the jump. So there'll be a little bit of time where we're holding up and not punching, and then we'll start punching. And once we've pressed B to do the punch, we're just gonna keep hitting B to do the kick. Then it should look like this once we've put it all together. And to do that little last jump and punch, you're just gonna, once you've gotten the moon kick, you can let go of all the buttons. And then you can press A and B again, because you can jump out of your kick in midair. And what you want to do is when you land, you're going to land with that B press and you're going to hold it down. I don't have any crystal coconuts right now, but if you hold it down after landing, you're going to start that little ground pound move that does the big shockwave and be able to break the dirt without having to start like a punch sequence or something. It saves you a little bit of time. So I'll show you that one more time just to show you that the setup is consistent. So you're going to run up here, turn your camera so it faces this way. Jump back until DK's hand covers that little dark spot. Turn around. Line your hair up right with the black. You're going to jump, punch, and push back. And I'll do it now. and that's all there is to ledge clip. Now, I say that. It's not an easy trick. It's going to take some time to learn. It took me about 6 hours to finally get it consistent enough to be able to do this little tutorial on it, and even then, I'm still not that consistent at it. So if you struggle with it at first, that's common enough, don't worry about it. And if you feel like I need to explain anything better, leave a comment and I'll try to respond to it to help you figure out exactly how to do this trick, because it was really hard for me and I don't want it to have to be hard for everybody else that wants to try this. So one of the things I've noticed with doing this setup is if you punch too early, you'll land on top of the rock and end up kicking off the top without getting the moon kick. Or you'll just drop behind the rock like that. So if you're way too early, you'll just fall behind the rock. If you're a little early, you'll get a kick like that instead of the moon kick. And that's because you're basically, the kick doesn't come out until after the moon kick animation, or after the aerial attack animation is done. And so you're not getting the low gravity from the aerial attack on the moon kick, or on the kick. And then if you punch too late, you either won't go up on the rock at all, or you'll start to slide off the rock. That was too early. If you punch too late, you might slide up the rock. There is a special time where if you, I think it's 1 frame too late, you'll start to slide up the rock and actually hover above the rock a little bit, and it'll look like you can do the kick, but it won't actually let you kick. So that's like, just like that, that's about a frame too late on the punch, and all that's happening is you're hitting the rock too low with the punch, so you're not actually interrupting the punch animation, and instead you're sliding on this slanted slope here with your punch where you can't actually kick. And so I hope that helps people have a more consistent way to set up this kick. I know it's helped me do it a lot more consistently. So a couple of things that have helped me are just holding the A button right up until I get the moon kick animation, and really thinking about the timing of that B press. So it's just as my feet start to go below, like the top of my feet go below that horizontal line, that's when I'm starting to do the punch. Because you do it too early, you're going to end up on the back of the rock. And you do it too late, you're going to end up sliding on the front of the rock, and neither of those are what we want to do. So thanks for watching the tutorial. Let me know what you want me to go over next. I'm still learning a lot of the tricks in this run, so I don't know a lot of the advanced stuff or how to do them, but anything on the 101% beginner route, I'd be happy to try and go over. The stuff in the later part of the route probably won't happen until later because I'm still practicing all the early stuff. Maybe I'll go over ledge clip at some point or something just to try and get some explanations out there. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next video.